Hey, Friendly Hollow! Hey, I'm new. I'm here with
Kitty, Belle,
and Chloe. And we're getting ready to make our dessert. Now, of course, we'll have dinner too, but we're going to go ahead and start making our dessert because it takes a little bit of time. And this dessert uses our Dutch oven. Now, this one here is a 5-quart Dutch oven, and I have a couple Dutch ovens. You've seen the other one. It's much bigger. This one will go great for this. Now, for our Dutch oven, it's already seasoned, and we'll use cooking spray. Some people think that you should line them with foil or parchment paper or a bunch of other stuff, and I guess our light battery just went dead. But we don't. We just have a well-seasoned Dutch oven and, you know, deal with the cleaning of it. So, there's our Dutch oven. And in our Dutch oven, we are going to make pull-apart monkey bread. Yum. And there are tons of different recipes that you can use for this. Now, this is kind of the recipe that I remember making when I was a junior at a campus scout out that we had. And it was on April Fool's Day, and it was really cold. So, but I remember this part as part of the good part of our holiday, even though it was cold. So, our monkey bread uses our refrigerator biscuits cut up to pieces. And we have some... So let me just tell you, you need 2 cans of our biscuits cut into pieces. We'll cut them into quarters in a minute. We have 1 cup of sugar, half a cup of margarine. Now this would be great if we had a stick, but since we're camping, we forgot to bring a stick, so we just have half a cup here. We need half a cup of brown sugar. So half a cup of white sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, and that's where some of these are a little bit different recipe-wise. We're going to need our cooking spray to spray our Dutch oven before we use it. And there's some special sprays for Dutch oven. We just have regular canola oil for this. Now, most recipes call for 3 tablespoons of cinnamon. But since it's fall, you can look around. We were thinking that our pumpkin pie spice would be good to add to it for that little bit of pumpkin-y fall fun goodness. So, what else you're going to need is something. We're going to cut our biscuits up, and we'll use our plates and our mess kits or knives to cut our biscuits up. And let's show you how to prepare this. Oh, one more thing actually. You need a zip top large plastic bag because we're actually going to coat our pieces and shake them up in our bag. And zip top works great because it minimizes the mess. So, campers, you ready to make our monkey bread?
Yeah!
Awesome! Now we're going to start by opening up our refrigerator canned biscuits. And I'm going to be placing these on plates. Now, if we were making these for our troop or a group, we would have gloves on our hands. But since we're just making these for our family, we don't need gloves on our hands. So again, oh, excuse me, a little campfire smoke. Our campfire is going, getting ready for our Dutch oven, and it's right beside of us, so the wind's blowing this way. Okay, now after you have your biscuits on your plate, go ahead and use your knife and fork and cut those into quarters, which is 4 pieces. Now, while Bella's still cutting, the rest of us have finished yet. Kitty needed a little help. So, remember when we do our bag, twirl our bag down just like this, we're going to need half a cup. But since our half a cup measuring cup is busy, we're going to use 2 quarters, right? Because 2 quarters is a half. Now, you want to pack it tight. And you can use light brown sugar, dark brown sugar, whatever one that you prefer. Now, I have seen some of these recipes with just plain white sugar, and that's fine too, whichever you prefer and have on hand. So there's our 1/2 cup of sugar. Kitty, would you like to pour? Kitty will pour in 1/2 cup. Go ahead. Of the white sugar, we pre-measured that and only brought that much from home. And now we will add, since we need so much, we will probably only add 1 tablespoon of our pumpkin pie spice and 2 of our, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a cinnamon bell. No, it's actually this way. So we got 1. And then 1. And 2. And you can't see smoke in our frame, and that's because we are, again, sitting near a campfire. I think I said that a second ago. But I don't want to alarm anybody that anything is on fire other than our campfire that we have in our fire circle behind us. So, next thing we're going to do is shake this all up. Belle, continuing to mix this for me, we're going to go ahead and spray. I sit where you can see me, right? Go ahead and spray our Dutch oven well. And I should probably stand back, but just so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. That may be a little more than we need, but that's okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to, thank you, Miss Belle. We're going to have Chloe drop her pieces in. Kind of sticky, so do the best you can. Okay, we'll go ahead and put a few pieces in. And then we will have Chloe shake to cover them. And now we will use your fork and pull those out and put those straight in our Dutch oven. Now, some recipes may use the melted butter and things like that. We wanted to make sure that this was truly a one-pot meal. And that's fairly important because since we're camping, we want to dirty as few dishes as possible, and melting butter in a separate container really just made for a lot of mess that we didn't need to do. So we will continue adding our pieces in, taking turns and shaking them up. Now, for some recipes, they call for you to actually melt this butter into it, and we find that that just dirties an extra pot. So we like the recipe that includes us just kind of spreading the butter up on the top, and it'll melt and all run together. And then that way we don't actually dirty an extra pot. Said we're camping and we want less dishes to wash. So, and again, this is how a stick works. A stick of butter works great instead of this messy cup. Now we have our monkey bread ready to go. I'm going to put it in the fire. Our fire pit is all ready to go. You can see in our other videos on how to use a charcoal chimney about how we got our fire pit ready to go using our charcoal and charcoal chimney. Now that it's ready, we will go ahead and put this in. We want to make sure we have about 7 to 10 coals on the bottom and
12 to 14.
12 to 14 on the top. That's the secret to Dutch oven cooking. Coals on the top, 2. Coals on the bottom and coals on the top. So I, as an adult, will go ahead and place this in. And then I will use my pliers to add the coals to the top very carefully. Now we will wait for about 30 minutes. You can see the smoke coming up, can't you, from our campfire. We'll wait for about 30 minutes. After about 15 minutes, we should actually turn it. You don't want to lift the lid yet because you'll let your hot air out. After 30 minutes, check it. It may take about 5 or so more minutes. So, we'll let you see when we're done. Now, it's been 15 minutes, so what we're going to do is an adult with leather gloves. We will pick it up, and I will turn it. Quarter of a turn. We do want to make sure this is as level as possible. And then I will actually take the lid, and it works even better with my pliers, which went somewhere. I can use my glove. So I will also turn my handle a quarter of a turn, and then that way it won't develop any hot spots within it. Now we will wait 15 minutes and we will be back. P.S. It already smells really good. Now we're going to use our pliers. By the way, it's been like 35 minutes, and I'm going to lift very carefully. Oh, look at that. Yum. We will go ahead. I will put the lid back on. Use my pliers to very carefully scrape our coals off, because we're going to lift this out of the fire pit. You will not worry about the extra ash on top. Now I have prepared the spot in the gravel that has no flammable items around. Up on me, please. We will go ahead and leave this, and we will let it cool just a little bit, and then we will enjoy our breads. We just gotta let it cool 5-10 minutes or so, and then we will be back out to show you what it looks like. Now we have brought our slightly cooled monkey bread inside. We set it on top of our stove that is turned off, so we don't have to worry about melting anything. Your Dutch oven will be hot. When you're just pull it apart, use some forks and serve it onto plates, and it is a yummy super dessert. We hope that you had fun making monkey bread with us. We'll see you later. Bye!